English 5. A global village, different worlds. Topic: A world from education.
Hello, my name is Neider Restrepo Valencia and I am 20 years old. I am a student of social science career at University of Antioquia. Today I am going to talk about what education is and how the term can have different meanings depending on the context. In this sense, I will talk about the importance of education and of a world where education is perceived differently, with another perspective, allowing us to think about the importance of education for the development of humanity. Now, let's get started. Education is the training aimed at developing the intellectual, moral, and affective capacity of people in accordance with a culture and the norm of coexistence of the society to which they belong. It is also the transmission of knowledge to a person so that he or she acquires a certain training. According to the book Education Studies, a problem-based approach, education can't be perceived or understood in only one way, since the social context provides the structure for understanding the use of language and meanings. When asking the question, what is education? We can expect a diverse range of answers depending on the context in which the question is asked. Now, what will happen in a world without education? It is simple. This will affect both the technological and cultural development of a society, since it is education that allows the teaching of the values or characteristics that make us human. Some consequences are the absence of civilization, illogical belief, no history and humanity, and zero technology. On the other hand, in an illiterate world, social relationships, communication, and access to culture will be impossible. Some of the consequences will be limited ability to obtain and understand information essential for survival, less income to survive on a day-to-day basis, reduced professional and personal development, low self-esteem with consequence of isolation, greater propensity to accidents due to ignorance of health, and among many others. Now, a world thought entirely from education will always be in search of knowledge and human development in all its spheres of knowledge, such as politics, social, health, sports, among others. One of the particularities of education is that it is the basis of all knowledge regardless of the field, since it is not limited to a specific field of knowledge. Thus, an education that ensures human transformation from the social sphere is fundamental in a society of the future. Therefore, holistic education will be fundamental as a part of constructive learning, alluding to the knowledge of oneself with the others and for the others, where the social natural values are fundamental aces of development. Furthermore, education will be considered in non-school settings, leaving aside traditional notion of the school as the sole place of teaching. At this moment, education is progressing, which although it is motivating, is not enough. We need to carry out a process of construction and the construction of this end, since it is visible that many populations do not have access to the education, or when they do not satisfy all the needs of students, because education is ultimate goal is being equality and not equality. So we see structural pedagogical limitation, etc. Then we must consider the evaluative aspects that in many cases become a question of exclusion, the aspect of the relationship between teacher and students who, when presenting a disability, look for tools so that is progress in its academic aspects and allows that art grading are complied with and education receives the necessary resource so that there is a broader and more assertive equalization of opportunities. The educational aspect in the Colombian context has been quite low due to the few resources that it is given. It is where how difficulties teachers must have a strong sense of belonging in the main matter of education to keep afloat a constant development that allows the critical and functional growth of students in society. There must also be an ethical and moral teaching so that students use their knowledge in a beneficial way for society. This could be further reinforced although it is an idyllic idea and is that students can take studies or careers that are affordable for them and that they are to their liking so that the dropout rate decreases and the professionals who go out to work do so with professionalism and ethics. Finally, we can think of a world where the different spheres of society seek the progress of civilization in general and not the benefits of a few, as we traditionally know it. Therefore, public policies of educational benefits will be created where students or all the people who want and are willing to follow their academic and personal training can access to study without any limitation. Public policies where food for students is a fundamental and mandatory right and no mere opportunity or eventuality. These are some ideas for a world thinking from education as a central and indispensable element. That's all. Thanks for your attention and see you later. Goodbye.